As you land in child's pose, get some movement, sway your hips, rock your head side to side. Create some extension through your back. Reach your hips back and your arms forward. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Spread your fingers wide. Breathe in and out through your nose. Press your hands into the floor. Shift forward, tabletop. Curl your toes under, high plank. Hold high plank for a breath. As you exhale, lower to your belly. Cobra pose with wide arms. Separate your hands like as wide as your mat. Come onto your fingertips, so elbows draw back. And as you draw your elbows back, feel your upper back engage and then lift up. Tuck your chin slightly so the back of your neck is long. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. And as you press your feet into the floor, reach your toes back so there's this length through your legs. Pull your belly in. Lift up for one more breath in. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Plant your hands under your elbows. Lift your feet in the air. Press your knees down. Pull your belly in. Feel your chest broad. Push up, tabletop. Hold, tabletop. Extend your right arm forward, left leg back. Now pause at that balance. Point your left toes down. Press through your left foot. Send your shoulder blades onto your back. And squeeze elbow to knee, round your back. So it's like cat through your back. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, squeeze knee to elbow. As you extend, feel your core strong so you aren't back bending. You're going to neutral back, and then as you squeeze in, rounded back. Take one more on the side. And then back to right arm out, left leg back. Hold the balance. Lift your left heel higher. Send your right shoulder blade onto your back. Plant your right hand down. Curl your toes under, high plank. Breathe in. As you exhale, lower to your belly. Fingertips as wide as your mat, cobra pose with wide arms. Press the tops of your feet down. Dial your elbows back. Feel your upper back turn on. Then lift. Feel your chest broad. Press the tops of your feet into the floor and reach your toes back. Pull your belly in. Breathe in it. Forehead to the floor. Plant your hands under your elbows. Lift your feet in the air. Knees press. Lift tabletop. Knees under hips. Extend your right leg back. Left arm forward. Hold it. Belly strong. Feel neutral in your back rather than like sinking your belly down. Feel just the natural curve of your low back. Right toes point down. Press through your right foot. Now squeeze elbow to knee. Round your back. Pull your belly in. Inhale, extend it out. Go to neutral spine, not a back bend. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Keep going. Take one more. Hold it out. Use your right heel, lift it higher. I mean, you're not really using your right heel, you're using your right glute, but feel that action, your right heel lifting. Left shoulder blade onto your back, right shoulder blade onto your back. Tabletop, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Step your feet behind your hands. Take a ragdoll. Feet at least hip width distance. Grab for opposite elbows. You can hold still or sway side to side. Free your hands to the floor. Step your feet together to touch. Bend your knees. Uncurl. Rise to stand. At the top, roll out your shoulders. Bring your hands together at heart center. Close your eyes or take a soft gaze. Set an intention for your practice. You can choose it, someone or something. Option to set your intention to the structure of your spine. working the muscles alongside it to add support to the structure. Honor the integrity rather than adding depth to the pose. And send it out, one breath. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, send it out. Inhale, extended mountain pose, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, and hold it. Hold it. Fingers spread, reach your heels back. Create the pull with your feet, like you'll drag your feet forward. And it's even with your hands too, like you'll slide your hands back. Feel your front line turn on. And feel how it kind of takes some of the pressure out of your low back. Shift to your tippy toes, bend your elbows, lower halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or it could be low cobra instead. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, down dog. Flow it, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Feel the pull of feet and hands. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart and hold it. I'll set up neutral in your back. So you have the hinge at your hips. So your hips go back. Your chest will come forward. And then notice into your low back if you're kind of like flaring your ribs or sending your hips too far back and there's exaggerating the curve in your low back. Or if it's the opposite, you could be like tucking your tailbone under. So it's neutral. It's somewhere in between those. And then as you feel that strong neutral structure of your spine supported, you can add depth, and you don't have to. Honor the neutral in your back. Press your hands together, broaden through your chest. Press your feet firm into the floor. Airplane arms. Sweep your arms back. Face your palms down. Feel as if you're pressing your hands down into something. Broad chest. Inhale, chair, arms lift. Feel neutral in your back as you lift your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg lifts. Exhale, squeeze your right knee to your chest, hold it. Create a pull with your left foot, like you'll drag your left foot forward. Step your right foot down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent. Lean forward, arms back. Draw your right hip back. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two, right knee bends. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right knee squeezes to chest, right foot hovers. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or it's straight to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, squeeze knee to chest and hold it. Create the pull with your right foot, like you'll drag it forward. Step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent, lean forward. Draw your left hip back. That's that neutral spine. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, warrior two, left knee bends. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, left knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged plank, left leg back, heart forward. Exhale, chaturanga, or you simply go to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, flow it. Exhale, squeeze knee to chest. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Inhale, up dog if that's your route. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, squeeze knee to chest and step. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane crescent. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two, left knee bends. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, left knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga or it's down dog. Shift forward, high plank. Hold it, right foot lifts. Feel the lift from your right heel, so your right toes point down. Now lower your left knee down. Right heel lifts higher. Create the pull with your hands like you'll drag your hands back. Hands as wide as your mat. One-legged push-ups. It's down, up, down, up. Open mouth, exhale. So as you do this, right foot's lifted, point your right toes down, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now listen, bend your elbows, get low in your upper body, pulse your right foot, heel drives, lift, right foot up, pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, grab your weights, biceps, palms face forward. It's down, curl, down, curl. Take it slow. Open mouth, exhale as you curl. Broad chest. Notice if there's movement in your torso. So especially like following the weights, if your chest comes forward, brace against it. Open mouth, exhale as you curl. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your weights halfway down. Pause right there. Pulse the weights. Pulse, 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 pulse. And feel, especially the weights right out in front of your torso, as far away from your torso as they are in the range of motion, feel that brace against the weights. Lift up through the top of your head. And if you want a little bit more, separate your elbows away from your body. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights come down. High plank. Hover your left foot. So left heel lifts. Point your left toes down. Send your shoulder blades onto your back. Create that pull with your right foot. Now right knee lowers. Hands as wide as your mat. One-legged push-ups. You go down, up, down, up, down, up. Create the pull with your right knee. Activate through your left leg. Pull your belly in. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower halfway down. Hold at your depth. Left toes point down. Pulse the left leg up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Grab your weights, biceps. Palms face forward. So same style. It's down, curl, down, curl. Take it slow and feel the full range of motion. Feel how you activate your stabilizing muscles in your torso to brace against the movement of the weights. It's one of those things that makes, even though it's lighter weights that you're doing, it's one of those things that makes the movement really challenging no matter how much weight is in your hands. Broad chest, lift up to the top of your head. If you want a little bit more, you hover your feet off the floor. Still feeling that brace against the movement of the weights. Last 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Elbows at halfway. Forward and back with the hands. Go forward, pull back, forward, back. So it's a small movement. And again, now you're bringing your hands even farther from your body. Feel that brace against it. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, weights down, 1 round push-ups, feet or knees both on the floor. Hands as wide as your mat, toes or knees. Here we go. It's down, up, down, up. Open mouth exhale as you push up. It's a little bit faster on purpose. Feel that push, that power up. Feel the pull of your knees or your feet like you'll drag them forward. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Grab your weights. Rise to stand. Feet hip width distance. Weights at your side. Shoulders back and down. Squats. Now feel, prioritize structure of your spine. So you go down, lift up. Down, lift up. Down, lift up. Keep going. Basic style squat. And what you want to feel into is how low you go. Let that be dictated by maintaining neutral in your spine. So if you notice that at your depth, you kind of lose some of this stability strength in your back, take it not as low. That's fine. And oftentimes it's like a whole nother layer of challenge to pause before the depth that you can create in your legs. So acknowledge that. If you're like trying to make it as hard as possible, oftentimes dialing it back is physically and mentally more challenging. Broad chest, toes and knees point forward. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Get low, hold it. So now, whatever your depth is, hold it there. Shoulders back, feel integrity in the structure of your spine, belly strong, weights to the floor, jump squats, okay? So you're gonna go down and up, and you choose it's heels lift or off the floor. Go. Broad chest, drive through your legs, last 4, 3, that's 2, 1, feet hip width, hands at heart this time, hold it, shoulders back, we're going back to squats, hands at heart or hands at your hips, it's down, up, down, up. Take it slow. Notice, especially, so now you're adding fatigue, building your heart rate with the cardio burst and even the plyometric if you jumped off the floor. So feel that urge to rush through it. Work against that to slow it down. Bring purpose and tension. Prioritize the length of your back, the structure of your spine. Broad chest. Last 4, 3, exhale as you rise up. 2, 1, hold low. Whatever low is for you, whatever your depth is, hands at heart, shoulders back. Feel this hinge at your hips. And as you hold, just do a little bit of the opposite ends of the spectrum. So like send your hips back so you get a little bit of that curve in your low back. And then do the opposite, like you'll tuck your tailbone, just feel, and now neutral somewhere in between those two. Add some more depth in your legs, shoulders back. 4 squats, down, up, down, up. Feel that neutral, 2 more. 1 more. Get low, jump squats, go. Off the floor or simply heel lift, broad chest. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, get low, hands at heart or hands at your hips. Squats again. It's down, up, down, up. Feel it slow, steady, intentional, even within that fatigue. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot forward, left foot back at your weights. Okay, lunges with the biceps, this time hammer style. So palms will face in, weights at your side to start. Start with the legs first. So you go down, lift up, down, lift up. Now feel torso's up and down. So your spine pretty much stays upright as your legs bend and extend. Add the arms if you choose. Curl as you rise. Now you could always eliminate the legs, just do the arms and focus on this upright in your spine. What you're doing as you lunge, if you're using the arms, is you're bracing against that movement of the weights, right? So you stay upright as the weights go through their full range of motion. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now get low, bend your knees, steady gaze, weights at halfway. So the farthest part from your body, shoulders back, pulse the weights up and down, pulse, 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 brace against the movement, pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your left leg, lean forward, narrow back rows, palms face in. It's down, pull back, down, pull. I'll make this work for you. So you're adding a lot of challenge, you're adding a lot of muscle fatigue, especially into the right leg. So if you want, you can lower your left knee. You could take one weight at a time. Bring your breath into it. So open mouth exhale as you pull it back. Draw your right hip back. So even here, it's neutral in your spine. You brace against the weights. Now the weights go even farther away from you and your torso's tipped forward, which means that gravity is pulling a little bit more forward. So you draw your shoulders back. Feel your chest broad alongside the different forces. Brush your elbows past your body. And if you need, you lift your torso up slightly. You just come out of that depth in the hinge. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it back on 1. Hold the elbows back, out and in with the hands. So take it out, squeeze it in, out, in, out, in. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean forward, weights on end or fingertips on the floor. Left leg lifts. Okay, so still working fatigue on the right leg. Now, bend your right knee, send your shoulders back, light grip on the weights or light on the floor. Point your left toes down, and you're gonna go up with the left leg, squeeze the left knee into your chest. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, squeeze it in, keep going. So with this one, when you extend your leg back, you're not going into a back bend, you're going into neutral and then rounding the back, core engages. So feel that. If you kind of like sink into your low back when your left leg is extended, focus on that curl of your belly. Squeeze it in. Last 4, shoulders back. Gaze is down so your neck and head are in line with the rest of your spine. Last 2. Last 1. Now listen, left leg back. You're going to arc the left leg. So tap your left toes to the left of your mat. Go back to center, tap, right. Center, left. Center, right. Keep going. Point your left toes down. Feel the strength of your left leg as the fatigue builds in the right. Shoulders back, broad chest. Hinge at your right hip. So you'll draw your right hip back. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the last tap to the right. Left leg back, down, weights in hand, rise up, star pose. Horse, bend your knees. Rock it out side to side. Okay. Weights in your right hand behind your hips, left hand to your left hip or left hand behind your left ear. You'll go to the right, lift it up. To the right, center. Keep going. So what you want to hold for the integrity of your spine is your chest facing forward. So it's side to side, not turning your chest towards the right, right? Bend at the right, left side extends. Broad chest, shoulders back. Gaze faces to the side. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it to the right. Feel, use your weights to draw your right side down. Pulse it right, go. Pulse, 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 pulse. Chest faces to the side. Broad chest. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Warrior 2, right knee bends. Weights at your hip. Hold the legs. Shoulders back. Extend your arms out wide. Pull your arms in. Extend your arms out wide. Pull your arms in. Option to add the leg. Out, in, straighten your right leg. Out and down, in and up. Last 4. Broad chest faces sideways. 3. Light grip on the weights. 2, 1. Weights to chest, pivot on your back foot. Weights come down, flow through chaturanga, or you can skip it, go straight to down dog. Land in down dog, head heavy. Create some stretch, that press through your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, look forward, step or jump, top of your mat. Weights in hand, chair pose. Weights to your side, triceps. So you bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the weights back. Feel neutral in your back. Squeeze your palms towards each other. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights to your hips. Rise to stand. Weights to your side, rather. Squats. So you go down, lift up, down, lift up. Keep going. Create your range of motion to prioritize the structure of your spine. Shoulders back, broad chest. Keep your head and neck in line with your spine, so your gaze will draw down and up as you rise. Hinge at your hips. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Get low, hold low. Triceps. You bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. Keep going. Focusing on getting your weights past your hips. So you focus on the extension rather than bringing your weights to your shoulders. Open mouth exhale as you extend. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the weights back on 1. Pulse the weights up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights to your hips. It's down, up, down, up, down, up. Keep going. Open mouth exhale as you rise. Feel the hinge at your hips and neutral in your spine. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Get low. Step right foot back. Torso lifts. Lunges, biceps, lunges with triceps. So arms overhead for the triceps, or arms at your side and extend behind you. Start with the legs though. So you're gonna go down, up, down, up. And as you move, torso stays upright, neutral in your back, and then add the triceps overhead or at your side. Open mouth exhale. Again, with the triceps, focus on the extension. Shoulders draw down your back. If you're doing triceps overhead, especially, that can add tension to the low back. So notice if you're like flaring in your rib cage, knit your low ribs, and what you're doing is you're turning on your upper abdominals, creating more space in the middle back. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, elbows overhead. Pulse the weights. Pulse, pulse. Or if it's triceps at your sides, you're extending the weights behind you. Pulse, pulse. Knit the low ribs. Pulse, pulse. Draw your shoulders down your back. Pulse, pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights to chest. Straighten your right leg. Lean forward. Wide back row. So palms face back. It's down, pull back. Down, pull. Open mouth, exhale. Keep going. You could take one weight at a time. You could lower to your right knee. Feel into neutral spine. So you create that with the hinge at your left hip. Now, how far forward you go, you can adjust. So if you're really far forward, or if you're any amount forward and you feel this in your low back, lift your whole torso up slightly. See if that changes anything. Brace against the movement of the weights coming forward. Broad chest. Last 4, 3, lengthen the back of your neck. 2, hold the weights back. 1, out and in with the hands. So you go out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean forward, weights come on end, or fingertips to the floor, right leg in the air. Okay, so land in it. Right toes point down, bend into your left knee. It's that same hinge at your left hip. You're just bringing your torso more forward. Tuck your chin so the back of your neck is long. Right foot, send it back. Squeeze knee to chest. Send it back. Squeeze it in. Keep going. So now as you do this, especially when you send your right leg back, notice if you're arching more in your low back. That would be like taking your back into a back bend, and you want to maintain neutral as you send your right leg back, and then as you squeeze your knee in, you have that activation of your low core. Action through your right toes, gazes down so the back of your neck is long, light grip on your weights or light fingers on the floor. Last 4. Bend into your left knee. 3, 2, 1. Send your right leg back. Now taps will take the full arc. So tap your right toes to the right of your mat. Lift to center. Tap left. Center, right. Center, left. Keep going. Feel neutral in your back as you move your right leg. And often the movement of our legs gets taken into the back line. So especially as you move the leg, it's a little complex as you're tipped forward, weights on hands, or hands on weights. Feel that support on the structure of your spine. Create it. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot back, weights in hand, open to star. Heels in, toes out. Horse pose. Bend your knees. Rock it out, little side to side. Get some movement. Back on both legs. Okay, now hold it low. Weights in your left hand. Right hand at your hip. Weights behind your left thigh, or right hand at your back. Head to the left. Down, up, down, up. Keep going. Allow the weights to pull your left arm down. Chest faces sideways, right? So it's a side body bend move, not a turn, not a twist. Side body. Gazes to the side, chest faces to the side, the whole range of motion. Bend into your knees, shoulders onto your back. Last 4, 3, 2, Hold it down. 1, pulse it left. Go. Pulse, pulse, chest to the side. Pulse, 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 belly strong. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Weights at your hips. Warrior 2. Bend your left knee. Hold it. Press to the outside edge of your right foot. Extend your arms out wide. Palms face to the side. Bend your elbows. Squeeze them in. Extend them out. Pull them in. Option, add the left leg. Bend it as you extend out. Straighten as you pull them in. Press to the outside edge of your right foot. Feel your left knee point straight forward. Last 4, 3, left knee towards the top of your mat. 2, 1. Weights to chest, pivot on your back foot, weights down. You choose it, chaturanga, or you can go straight to down dog. We'll land in down dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips up and back. Create an active stretch through your back line, shoulders onto your back. Breathe in. Exhale, look forward, step or jump all the way through. Bring your weights with you. Lie on your back. Weights with you. Plant your feet. So do bridge lifts with the arms. So start with hands at your hips, with the weights or without the weights. Press your feet firm. Hover your hips off the floor. Shoulders onto your back. Just hold the hips hovering. Feel your legs weighted. Toes point forward, knees point forward. Chest press to start. So hands up, palms face the direction of your knees. So palms face towards your knees. You're going to go wide with the elbows as you hover your hips. Lift your hips, push your hands up. Go down, up, down, up. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the hips high, 1. Now lower your elbows to hover. Now feel your back. Toes point forward, knees point forward. Pull your belly in. Press your feet into the floor to take some of that pressure off your low back. Create a drag sensation with your heels. So it's like you'll drag your heels towards your shoulders. And now pulse the arms. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up. Turn your arms so your palms face each other. Tricep skull crusher. So you bend your elbows, hands go back towards your head. Extend your arms straight up. Add the legs. Hips down, hips lift. Down, lift. Down, lift. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold the arms, so bend your elbows and just move the lower body. So hips lower, hips lift, lower, lift. Create the press through your feet. That'll also turn on the backs of your legs, your hamstring muscles, get your glutes firing, and all in an intention to take it out of your back muscles. Your back muscles are going to be working, but you want to get your legs more involved. Last 4, 3, hover the weights. 2, 1, hips lift, weights go up, palms still facing in, fly. So you go out wide with the elbows, squeeze the palms towards each other, add the hips, go down, squeeze it in, go down, squeeze it in, activate your feet, press your feet firm into the floor. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hips stay high, elbows will hover, hands are wide. Activate your lower body, feet press, heels dig, feel your hamstrings, your glutes turn on, pulse the arms, pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips down, weights down, hands behind your head. Scoot your heels forward. So it's the same action like bridge. We're going to add the core. Heels dig, toes spread. Create that drag, like you'll drag your heels towards your seat. It's down, up with the head, neck, and chest. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Keep going. And prioritize the action in your heels. The stability that you create with your lower body. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it up. On 1, hold it up. Reach your arms forward, face your palms up, pulse at the top. Go, pulse, 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 pulse. Last 4, 3, hold it up in 2, 1, hands behind your head, still hold it up. Create some pressure in your head into your hands. Press head to hands. Now, lower body, heels dig, spread your toes, create the pull, like you drag your heels towards your seat. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, now add the lowers and the lifts. You go down, lift up, head down, lift, as if you're being pulled from the center of your chest. Last 4. That's 3, 2, hold it up on 1, arms forward, palms face the ceiling, pulse it up. Pulse, 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 heels dig. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, hands behind your head, elbows wide. Press your head into your hands, hold, breathe. Activate your lower body. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Full body stretch, toes forward, fingers back. Inhale, long. Open mouth, exhale, sigh. Hug your knees in. Take figure 4, supine pigeon. Right ankle over your left thigh. Grab behind your left knee. Pull your knee in to stretch your outer right hip. You can hold it still or you can rock side to side. And if you want a little bit more depth for the stretch, wrap your arms around your lower right leg. So your foot will be into the crook of your left elbow. Right elbow wraps around your right knee, clasp hands, and then you can slide your left foot forward any amount. Relax your head down, hold it still, or rock it side to side. So if you're in the variation where you're wrapping your lower right leg, point your left toes up towards the ceiling. So you're still creating that stability in your lower body with the left leg. All right, now twist. Right knee across your body, supine twist. Draw to center, switch legs. Left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Grab behind your right leg, pull your knee in, hold it still, or rock it side to side. For more depth, left foot into the crook of your right elbow, and then left elbow wraps around your left knee. Clasp hands. It's a lot of right and lefts. And then you can plant your right foot, slide your right heel forward any amount. Hold it still or rock it side to side. Now take some easy exhale breaths. And feel your body sink into the floor. And twist it. Left knee draws across your body. Left arm out. Draw back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Lift your forehead up to your knees. Breathe in. Exhale, relax down onto the floor. Find Shavasana. Get any wiggles out, and then let yourself land in stillness. Toes locked open, palms face the ceiling. With each exhale breath, soften into the floor. A couple moments here to feel the contrast of the work. Release the effort. Hug your knees in. Rock forward and back along the length of your back. A couple times. Sit up tall. Hands at heart center, eyes closed or soft gaze. Feel upright through your spine. Acknowledge your practice, your intention, your dedication. Lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Honor the light and teacher in all things and in all experiences. Namaste.